Okay, this is a video on how to get your CNC locker sign loaded onto the computer. So as you come up to the computer, you're going to put your flash drive in. If there's somebody else's flash drive that is left up here, you need to just go ahead and put it on my desk. I'll try to get it back to them. Once your flash drive is plugged in, you're probably going to see somebody else's file loaded right here. This file is not going to do us any good. One, there's not a flash drive that the computer can pull from, and it's not yours. So we're going to go to select job. First step is going to be simple cut test. We need to load that. If for some reason resets this whole program when we load that file specifically. Then we're going to go select job, click on this browse button. When this pops up, we're going to click on this PC, scroll down with the scroll wheel here, and we'll see our flash drive. Whatever you have it titled, it should show up. There we go, loaded. So mine's titled orange. I'm going to double click, and I have extra folders here. Your file will just be thrown in the flash drive right there, most likely. And so this is my cut file. So I know it's cut file because it says cut file. You should get a preview right here. It shows me what it's going to look like. If you do not get a preview, do not try to open it. You're going to crash the computer, and then you need to come tell me that you crashed the computer. I'll ask what you did, you tell me, and then I know how to fix it. But let's just avoid that whole situation, and you just not try to load something that is not showing up here. So this shows up, so I'm good to go. I'm going to click open. I can see my file show up right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on zoom to machine. This shows me the outline. This is a 4x4 box. I can drive the crosshairs. You can see the crosshairs moving on the screen. That is actually the torch head. So as I move this over here, and I click on those same arrows, I can move this around. I need to place this torch onto where the metal is going to be lined up. So first I need to line up the metal. So I'm going to drive the torch all the way to the back. I need to get it out of the way. There are pieces of metal that are ready to go, ready to cut for this exact project. This one has already been used once, so I'm going to set it up to be used again, and I'm going to cut mine out as close as I can to this one, this previous one. I'm going to place my starting point right here. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're going to put the metal in place, and then we're going to set the starting point. So this rib that's going straight back and forth, I think you can see that. It goes all the way to the back. We need to put a piece of metal lined up as straight as we can with that rib. I don't want to cover the rib, I want to get it right next to it. And then we need to pull it forward so we are lined up totally flush with this front piece of metal here. Okay? So then I look all the way back, the camera's not going to capture it, and it's showing where the metal is lined up nice and square on the table. Now I'm going to, on the computer, I'm going to put my laser pointer right here. I want to be about 1/8 of an inch above the top of the previous project, or above the bottom of the metal, and I want to be about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the metal. I'm going to show you what that looks like on the screen, and I need you guys to know that I am looking on the computer the entire time, and I'm looking on the table the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and drive with my arrow key here. I'm clicking on the arrow key. I'm driving the torch head towards where I want it. what I've also done, I didn't announce it as I was doing it, I clicked this so it says dry run, and I clicked the laser. When I did that, I get a laser that shows up on the metal, and that is what I need to place right here. So I'm going to drive the torch head right to where I told you I was going to drive it. Okay, it is where I need it to be. Now on the screen, I'm going to turn this off, turn it back to active run. I'm going to turn the laser on or off, and then I'm going to go to set program 0. This sets program 0, it zooms me in. I can click on zoom to machine to zoom back out, and I can kind of roughly judge if this is where I told it to be. And if it looks like I'm good still, I can go ahead and click the run job button, which is right here. Job begins to run. If you have any error messages, then you're going to get my attention at that point. When this is done cutting, you can pick up your piece of metal and you're good to go.